One of your mutual funds, I believe, still owns a little bit of Bitcoin. And you were one of the early people inside BlackRock to get into it.
Yeah.
It's now sold off 50%.
Yeah.
Is it a buy now, or are you going to wait more?
Wow, these are specific questions. So, listen, I think it's ultimately going considerably higher.
BlackRock's chief investment officer, Rick Rieder, makes the case for Bitcoin, why we're going much higher. Of course, we had a dip today as Japan raises interest rates to the highest in 31 years. This takes money out of the system. This is bad in the short term for more speculative assets. Let's also talk about XRP, Solana, BitTensor, and more. Watch today's whole video, but I think Bitcoin is ultimately going considerably higher. Here's why.
Listen, I think it's ultimately going considerably higher. I think the technicals, there's some technical condition around it that causes it to chop around. I think it's ultimately going higher. We're keeping it a pretty moderate exposure, quite frankly, because I think there's some other things that we talked about in technology and some of the growth engines. By the way, there are places to get yield and things like some parts of the credit markets, EM, that I felt like it's just okay today, and so we've reduced exposure. Ultimately, I think it's going higher.
So Japan's central bank has increased its main interest rate to a new 31-year high after a surge in global energy prices, meaning they're trying to suppress inflation. This takes money out of the market. Rick Rieder says due to EM, emerging markets, but also credit conditions globally, there's other places to get yield right now. That's not Bitcoin, so that's taking some wind out of the sails for Bitcoin in the short term. BlackRock is betting that Bitcoin will go so much higher in the long term. Number one, they have over $12 trillion of assets under management. They are the largest asset manager in the world. They advise people where to put their money.
Something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds.
And they just created another Bitcoin product. Now, we spoke about this a bit in yesterday's video, but today's the day. Just in, $14 trillion BlackRock's Bitcoin Premium Income ETF is now trading live. It's under the ticker BITA. And this essentially caps the potential upside you receive for Bitcoin, but gives you monthly income. And they cap the upside with covered calls, meaning they'll take the risk, you buy the income product. Another signal that the plumbing is being put in place today for more inflows, more money able to come into the system, not even understanding fully. The money doesn't have to understand, oh, I'm putting money into Bitcoin. No, I'm putting money into an investment product from BlackRock. An income product, ETF that maybe has to do with Bitcoin. This is where the new capital on-ramps. And checking back in on the stock market today, over $300 billion wiped out from the US stock market today. Actually, Bitcoin held up rather nicely. This is good to see. But as money flowed out of the masses, it flows more and more into SpaceX. Breaking. SpaceX officially surpasses Microsoft to become the fourth largest public company in the world, now worth almost $3 trillion. A $3 trillion valuation on $18 billion worth of revenues. Is that overvalued? I mean, clearly based on revenues. But keep in mind, a reason price is able to go up fast in the short term is only about 5% of SpaceX stock is floating right now. 95% of SpaceX is still locked. Most don't realize bearish pressure often comes later when insiders finally get liquidity. So we understand the IPO was around the 12th. We have 20% unlock coming. We have 7%, 7%, 7%, 7%, 7%, 28%. The remainder 180 days later. And while this may be new to stock investors, crypto investors are used to this. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but crypto investors have seen this for years. Years of us complaining about low float, high, fully diluted value coins officially ended with people bidding SpaceX at $3 trillion. So we've seen this time and time again. Low float, high FTV coins launch. They're doing so well. Coin is going up when it first launches and then collapses due to dilution months to multi-months later. But for now, real money continues to flow into SpaceX. This is from senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg, Eric Balchunas. He says, the number of ETFs, exchange-traded funds, that held SpaceX went from 4 to 40 to now 120 in a couple days. Few $1 billion inflow total. These are all active ETFs choosing to buy, not indexes. They come later, and the indexes are forced to buy. These ETFs are choosing to buy. Here's a look at the list sorted by new buy. JEPQ, the second largest active ETF in the world at the top, looks like a lot of JP Morgan funds bought also. So why is SpaceX stealing all the liquidity? Because there's real buying pressure from institutions from these ETFs happening now. Yet make no mistake, real innovation is happening in crypto. By the way, guys, click subscribe. As I get daily updates on the crypto market, I will keep you updated with one video per day. We are so close. The goal is to hit 2 million subscribers by the end of this year. Join us on our journey and stay updated on crypto. Because Ripple has just acquired a stake in Flutterwave, valuing the African fintech firm at $3.3 billion. So Ripple bought a company to get more exposure to the African fintech market. Other recent crypto acquisitions to note: Robinhood bought WonderFi. This gives them more Canadian crypto exposure clientele. Noble Mobile bought Helium Mobile. This is integration from TradFi. They're buying into the Solana Deepin ecosystem. Good for Solana, meaning keep an eye on the companies or crypto coins implementing even through the bear. And just in, tokenized equities. We know tokenization is a major trend. Tokenized equities, 24-hour spot volume on Solana just hit a new all-time high of $187.9 million. A big reason for this, one of many, is tokenized stocks, and tokenized SpaceX by Backpack and Sunrise DeFi alone surpassed $105 million, more than 50% of the total volume. So many investors choosing to get access to tokenized equities through Solana. This is the decentralized option, DeFi. We also know that inflows and users are flocking to exchange partner Binance to get access to TradFi. This is bullish. SpaceX's historic public debut was one of the biggest catalysts for crypto adoption. The numbers on Binance tell the real story. Over 5.6 billion traded in 24 hours. The number 2 most traded product on Binance, which has millions of users, only behind BTC Perps. And this is all through perpetuals. First, they're trading Bitcoin, but second, they're trading SpaceX. And Binance taking over 60% market share across sexes and dexes. Users are choosing to get SpaceX exposure through crypto rails. This onboards. This is bullish. And this was very interesting signal from legacy player Grayscale. They say centralized AI companies like Anthropic are more vulnerable to government intervention. Decentralized AI companies like BitTensor TAO offers an alternative. BitTensor provides open source, permissionless access to AI through a decentralized global network. As Anthropic's products are suspended by the US government over security concerns, permissionless protocols offer a solution. Following the suspension of Anthropic's AI model, TAO rallied sharply, climbing 30% in just 12 hours. Very interesting that Grayscale, who speaks to institutional clientele, is putting this out there, that the price of TAO has started its rally. Decentralized AI is not going away. And really happy to share with you that my interview with Cointelegraph just went live. Great conversation. I really encourage you, go to Cointelegraph, check out the whole conversation, leave a positive comment down below. Let me know what you liked. But that is the video. My name's Austin. Like always, see you tomorrow.